discretion is advised. Side Quest is a shit show.
Oh, good. Has something gone wrong already?
Yes, but I fixed it and it's fine. And the output has been... They can hear you just fine. Just welcome to Side Quest, episode 35. I am Octurus, the Black Compass. These are the... Wait, hold on. I think I remember the names. Just a moment. Yes, Liza, the mercenary.
Can only go up from here, folks. And this is a ratting dog. I don't know if you can see her. Hey, come here. Be cute.
And that is the elf. Elf, the dumb.
I'm the smart. I don't appreciate the slander and the bullying, and I just frankly feel quite attacked.
Location, Dumbsville.
Yeah, you're not from Smartsville.
And also Pendergast the Alchemist. Welcome once again to episode 35 of Side Quest. You could probably do something worse with your time, but I couldn't guess it.
Question, Arcturus. I do have a question for you. They can hear us. Can they hear you?
They should be able to now. There's no reason they shouldn't. I believe you're just seeing a reaction of them at the start not being able to hear me, but being able to hear you, and they're just not done rubbing it in my face yet like I'm a dog that soiled the fucking carpet.
I'm just saying I'm okay with them hearing me. It's that I don't want them to hear you.
No one soiled the carpet. I don't have a carpet.
No one needs to hear your Sarthosian just slander.
No.
Well, you know, you're probably right, except for the fact that I'm obligated to be here, so I suppose they do.
Well, one can hope.
Well,
Oh,
that's
how
where
I have missed
trying
working
to
with you.
be considerate gets you in this place. Trying to spare the audience horrible trauma.
Yeah. Just
I
trying to
see,
look
just
out for them. So.
Thank you, Gray, for noting that you can hear me, even if you're not listening. That's fine. I don't expect to be heard. I know I'm done throwing pearls before swine here, up to 3 or more at a time. It's just one of those things that I have to endure.
I can only see 2 pearls.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
Are you flirting with the elf?
Floating? Me?
I'm taking it as a compliment anyway, and you can't do anything about it.
I don't know what's happening.
Me
So-
neither. I'm just going with it.
I'm in my comfort zone.
Who
Everything
are we
is
supposed to be
normal.
talking about? What's the subject? Like,
Uh,
are we
our-
talking?
Our co-hosts and overlords who aren't paying attention and aren't here. We're supposed to be sharing our sincere opinions of them.
We're not.
I'm sure.
We're not just making fun of you.
That
We're not?
comes standard, really. I think it'd be fool to deny that.
I kind of forgot and thought that was the point of the show for a while.
Yes, sometimes even I forget that. Sometimes.
We're not
Look-
just here to mock Ark incessantly for being
No.
Sarthosian.
Not just, although to mock me for being Sarthosian is like mocking the Rockefellers for being rich. It's one of those things that stresses you're primarily just jealous.
I'm going to have to look at the contract again and see what I missed. Something is wrong. Well, not entirely. No,
There's a
not everything's
lot
wrong.
wrong.
I mean, the hat came back. It came home. So a lot of things are actually going right. So that's good. You should be happy for me. I might be able to complete more than 2 sentences at once. Maybe.
I'm just sweaty.
We know.
While
We know.
the-
It's all right, Elf.
While the elf
Yeah.
sweats amiably. Just to remind you, this is an interactive show. The rules are here. Fairly simple, straightforward, abusable in all sorts of unique ways if you're creative. The plan for the second hour will be the pillory. Several interesting characters from your world have been brought up so we can discuss their horrible crimes after we figure out what they are. Not everyone knows what they're up against.
I mean, for 2 of them, there are clues literally on their face. What do you want?
Oh.
I've
Can I-
made a mistake including her in this show.
Can I
Never
hug
work
her?
with animals, folks.
What's that line from the Earth Realm? Never work with children or animals. Is that the right line?
I mean, I agree with half of that.
Something
But then
like
we're
that.
here, and Ark is here. You know.
Yeah, which of those even is he? Kind of both in all the worst ways. None of the innocence or warmth or cuteness of either of those demographics. Just the smell and the obnoxiousness and the incessant reminders of existence.
Yeah, if I were you, I would be constantly pained by existence too.
It's like a chinchilla without the fur. You know, all the things that make it cute, they're gone. It's just a hairless chinchilla. So I don't know. That's what I think of.
I can see that, yeah.
With
I don't-
Goggle and silver
I'm trying to
blade.
picture. I tried to picture a hairless chinchilla, and I just pictured a featherless owl. Go look that up if you haven't. It's the stuff from Nightmares. What the fuck is on your world?
That
Wait.
sounds.
Do we have owls? We have
Uh,
owls.
I don't think we have as many owls as they do.
Could they have more variety of owls? I imagine our ecology has a lesser amount of owls because you need the owls fast and clever enough to not be eaten by the other things flapping around in the night around here.
Yeah, like literally the race scrolls alone probably do a number on their numbers.
Yeah.
Indeed. Apparently, they're reporting a lot of static. Is anyone else confirming that?
No, you sound as annoying as usual.
Baffling.
I actually think that the static comes from the use of the crystals currently. It's not really anything anyone seems to be able to do anything about.
Yes.
Yeah.
As far as I know, the magic I do to poof my eyelashes into existence when I'm off camera doesn't cause any static, so I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I think it's the way like our crystals like interface with your technology. Sometimes things get crackly and weird. Speaking of interfacing, I got something through the portal, just a random thing that came through, and I don't quite know what it's supposed to be. It has this brushy thing on the side,
Oh,
and then there's like sigils on it. It has a plus and a minus.
Some sort of plush pregnancy test?
I don't know. I think this thingy's it's vibrating.
oh,
I think. Wait. But then, what the fuck am I supposed to brush?
It perhaps it is for brushing and or vibrating the gunk out of your face pores, and nothing indecent whatsoever.
This isn't a roundabout way of trying to get me to stick something in my mouth, because that's the thief's thing.
Is that from the Earth realm?
It is. Got plus and negative thingies on there too. I don't know. What the fuck is this? Why does it vibrate? Why does it have a brush on it? I'm getting upset.
So it's not a slipper for those computer mice things? It's not what that is?
They use mice with their electronics?
Yes, with their computers. Yes, they have these things called mice. I don't know how they incorporate animals into it.
Look, knowing
it's
you...
It's not like a little ice blanket. That's what I thought it was.
Is this a mice?
I don't think that's a mouse, and increasingly I think, knowing you and knowing how people view you, it's some sort of hygiene product, certainly. Maybe a foot scrub?
What the fuck does it clean?
Tooth file. How rough is it really?
It's not hard enough to be a tooth file.
What does it smell like?
I think they call that plastic.
Oh. Well, that's underwhelming.
Plastic,
it is
or
kinda
rubbery plastic? Well, it's either something to clean with, or maybe it's insertable. I mean, certainly, like, get the occasional thing here that doesn't look like it's meant for polite society. But then none of you are meant for polite society, so it fits right in, really.
I mean, yeah. It doesn't look like it's meant to be eaten. Why would you try to insert that? Wait. Never mind.
I do somehow suddenly realize why someone might think that. I don't think it can brush you from the inside. That seems like it would be uncomfortable.
You know,
that just sounds like a bad experience, yes.
For my extensive studies of the Earth realm through my crystal, I have not yet been able to forget that they are extremely creative in regard to insertables.
Seems like a niche kink. Just saying, if that's what that is. Either that or it's a face cleaner.
In the realm of Voth, generally speaking, people have gone to great lengths to avoid having exotic animal creature genitals entering them in any way, shape, or form. They invented an entire company over there just to come up with new ones.
New
I
phallic
like my
objects.
single eyelash. That's
Bad
nice.
dragon, everyone. Bad.
Why?
If you don't already know, Google it. It's actually weirdly interesting.
Truly fascinating stuff. I mean, I believe it's been a recurring theme of the course of the show from my very first arrival, when I think Alastair was contemplating using a unicorn horn as a club. Or I could be a bit off on that. Something wobbly unicorn horn. I still think they're a blue mage.
You reminded me. Speaking of clubs, I have something that's club-like. It's kind of doesn't look like much, but it's
Just keep it off screen.
We know you have something club-like. You're male. That's how it works by default.
there. It's a brass mace.
Oh,
I'm just
I
saying.
wouldn't insert that.
It's
No, not at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe the other end. It's not as unpleasant, but
Yeah, you probably could, but
It's also meant to be the grip for the thing. So I mean, it's a small mace, but quite, I guess it's probably a novice weapon. I mean, I've never really wielded weapons, so this is my first foray into this. I don't know what I'm doing.
If that's how it's meant to be used, it's a really, really inconvenient way to hold a weapon.
I'm not going to. Well, it's meant to bash heads, I think.
Yeah, it's like the old children's game, Mace, Armor, Arrow.
What game?
You never played that one?
Mace, Armor, Arrow.
Mace, Armor, Arrow? No.
Oh, no, never, no. I didn't have anyone
I
to play
did.
this game with.
It's a
You
cute...
do the arrow one hard enough, you can like poke somebody in the eye and then just claim you win because you blinded them.
Huh.
That's not how you play.
Akakesh
But
rules
that's how I
may
play.
vary from what culture is familiar with.
I mean, aren't you supposed to have friends to play that game?
Ooh.
oh, wow.
Oh, that wasn't an insult. I was saying that I didn't have friends to play the game with, so.
Oh, did
That
any of
makes
us have
sense.
friends?
I was very well regarded by my peers and hardly ever locked away in places.
I was pretty well regarded by the ones that survived.
Yeah, but well regarded doesn't mean you can go cry to them after having way too much mead when something goes horribly awry. It just means they aren't going to necessarily murder you when you turn your back.
I think by well regarded, she means
Yeah,
feared.
no one here is that close. If I understand what that's like to have people wanting to next. And honestly, if you turn your back on someone, they don't try to kill you. Isn't that of an insult?
Well, I feel like everybody needs at least one person in their life who isn't trying to murder them. You know?
I'm not trying to
She-
murder any of you.
Not directly,
Well-
I'm sure.
There's-
No, I really, even you, Ark. I don't really want to.
Pillar of
murder
flame,
you.
Pendergast.
Did you die? Did you die?
Yes, I died. It just doesn't
Oh.
stick in this context. It was extremely painful, and I will never forget it. It only lasted a few seconds, but those seconds stretched into a eon. Tough.
It's the best potion you've ever made.
It
It's the
wasn't.
best, absolutely.
It wasn't supposed to kill you. No.
Why just send him?
Well, actually, it was. I was buying poison instead in. I just did not want to burn to death, as that's an exceptional pain unto itself.
Well, never mind. It was supposed to be a gag gift. You do realize it was just supposed to make you belch fire, as a joke.
Yes, it didn't make me belch fire. Pillar of flame.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. Do you want an apology? I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry. It was an accident. It had the best of intentions. I got it wrong. Okay. That happens in my line of work. It
You
does.
know, I think that's what matters. We need to remember that intention matters. Intention matters a lot. For example, my intention is to be likable and normal and funny. So,
You should immediately
Whatever.
respond to them like they were likable or funny. Because
You want a 3 and
the
bad?
intent, because that's their intent. Clearly,
It-
intent very important. Yes, indeed.
intention
Normal's really
matters
fucking.
a lot.
You're nailing all of it except for normal.
Yeah, no one here falls under that qualification.
Yeah, just-
Wow.
who are you calling normal here? Could you refine that, Pendergast? Who here?
Well, she's the one who said she wants to be normal.
Arcturus probably thinks he's extraordinary, so there's
Yes.
that. I know I'm extraordinary, so there's that. Lyra's pretty extraordinary. Pentagast is,
Aw.
and then there's Arcturus.
Extraordinary in
Pentagast is
certain.
Pentagast is more this way than that way.
No,
Well, okay,
I like
Arcturus,
this.
points for showing up, I suppose.
The hat is legendary though. That's all I can say. I'm just here to represent the hat.
Masterwork, clearly.
Yeah, clearly.
We just can't see what reaches into your head to actually drive you. If we could just see that hat right now, the horrors we.
I did it. Well, when it came back, I think it was injured. It dropped something, but I got rid of it. It was a bloody spike, just like a makeshift like a pit trap spike. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, so I went to visit someone who knew it was coming then.
It was covered in something. It smelled awful, so I just threw it out. So I don't know what it was up to, but it was up to something.
That bitch was after my hat. I tried everything around here, and it didn't know to get around, did it? Well, then, I'm glad to know that my hat remains
My hat tried to kill your hat? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I don't think it was out to kill my hat. My hat isn't thus occupied, but
maybe it was trying. Oh, maybe it
That's
fancies
my
your
case.
hat, wishes to make a partner of sorts.
That is unacceptable. I will not have my hat's virginity taken in this fashion. Or at all.
You're gonna have-
really.
No, they're gonna have like tiny little tiny cat babies, skull cat babies. They just go in the little back of your head, skull cat
Yeah.
babies.
They're like those tiny hamburgers in hat form, only.
Pretty much, yes.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how hats fornicate, so I've never seen
There's-
such a thing.
Typically they don't. I mean, people can do it at them, I suppose, but there's usually not offspring.
Well, maybe, yeah.
I'm fairly sure the sentence "I don't know how hats fornicate" has never been uttered in history on either world.
That-
Congratulations, that is a brand new sentence. Absolutely,
You might be
making
right.
it- Yeah.
You might
I just want to feel included. So
Oh,
my hat is very chaste, for the record. It is a good hat.
Mine's not. It's obnoxious,
yeah, I'm not sure about my hat.
like me.
It's pretty. I would probably poke my eye out with it, but it's really pretty.
I like it because it's made of gold, but that's about all I like about it. It's pretty ugly. I think the witch would like it.
She probably would. It's shiny. Very shiny.
Looks like it has beautiful green jewels in it. Are they green? What color are the jewels?
Ah, they're blue.
Oh, it looked green to me, so I wasn't sure.
People keep complaining about the audio. I'm tinkering with it. Hopefully at some point it'll be just fine. I think I just remembered to need to speak forcefully, harnessing my intense anger at just about everything going on here.
Yes.
Ah.
Tweak the nipples of the crystals. That'll help.
The crystals have what now?
Your crystal has nipples?
Doesn't everyone?
Anatomy?
No.
I mean, technically
Yeah,
it might have it on this, show them on occasion if I'm being sent to one of those troll links, like say from
So
Brothel.
I misspoke. I'm sorry. Facets. Tweak the facets of the crystal,
Tweak the nipples.
not nipples.
Those words sound nothing alike.
I
Oh,
look at me. Can you? What do you expect?
Hey, you should
I
talk
don't-
about how much you
I
love our Supreme Overlord at present.
What?
I love our Supreme Overlord. He is great. He is benevolent and charming and funny. I want a raise.
Are you blink if you're in danger?
Ooh. I can't blink on command. Now I'm nervous.
You're blink on command.
Oh. You said drink if you're in danger, right?
I said blink, but you know what? That sounds like a swell idea.
Cheers.
I'm not in danger. I just want to drink.
Oh, cheers anyway.
Cheers.
Wait a second. What do you mean speak like my testes dropped? This is perfectly deep. Look, if something's causing my voice to be naturally high, I'll find out who did it.
I can hear you lowering it. I can hear it.
I don't know
The
what you're
pitch
talking
change.
about.
You didn't notice. Liar, you are lowering your voice. You are dropping that diaphragm down like it's on fire and lowering that fucking voice. Come on, guys. You did it.
No,
I'm not the only
clearly,
one.
I've always had this deep, booming, manly voice.
See, chat? You've got to remember, never give up hope. Puberty can still happen to you. Someday.
And it's been awkward for all of us, honestly.
Indeed. Look, it's about time we got to the, super chats. I will, of course, be reading those myself, in my perfectly normal, manly voice. After which, we'll check the Streamlabs from Pfizer, who will read them in their weak, girly voice.
My voice has balls. Like physical balls. They're just invisible. Anyway.
I believe they call that an Adam's.
Seriously, let's read.
Okay, well,
Dark wit.
Coffee Knight has paid 5 signals to say Pfizer. Nice setup. Elf. Nice eyes. Ark. Nice mustache.
No.
Hentai gasp. Nice beard.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hentai gasp. Nice beard. Look, they already compliment my mustache. They can compliment my beard, and unless they can see below where we can, with the girls here, probably not talking about their beard.
I wish I could see below. Never mind.
What?
Hentai
Yelp isn't cute.
gasp? Hentai gasp. That's a new one.
I'm enjoying all the misspellings.
I don't know if I like it, but, you know, points for inventiveness.
And spelled it phonetically. That's fair.
If the elf you people disgust me.
Wait. Yif? What do you mean? I'm
Look,
not.
they just assume that because you're an elf, you'll be absolutely down for porking the wild forest animals, or, since they use the specific term yif, furries. They apparently feel that you're totally down to clown.
I thought they were saying that I qualify as a furry creature, as in I am something that is a deviation from normal humanoids. That's not fair. That's not fair. If any humanoid thing is the correct thing, the default, if you will, it should be me.
Look, it's perfectly understandable. They just saw that you're an elf and assumed that it follows you're a complete degenerate. I mean, why wouldn't they assume that?
But it's just...
Sorry, we should be reading super chats. I shouldn't sidetrack like this. Russell Dixon has paid 10 signals to say, Ark, you got a lot of static in your microphone.
We don't know how to fix it.
That's what extremely late onset puberty sounds like. It passed. It's fine now.
And I believe, finally, Magog has paid 5 signals to say, Pfizer, my love, my sweet desert rose, attack the dork. Make him tough.
Alrighty. Activation, please. Annoying. Hey, Ark. I have your superhero name. Darkwing Dipshit. Stop using that fucking voice.
Copy.
Stop doing it.
What?
You gotta stop doing it.
I don't. You're not the boss of me. A deranged Gog is the boss of me, not you. That's bad
That's an
enough.
improvement. That's an
Quite bad
improvement.
enough.
Uh-huh. Just be honest.
I
You just
am the
want that.
tormented that flaps in the dark.
Hey, you're the one that didn't get a lawyer.
Actually, I don't.
No.
Look, that's other people's problem. I'm more of a
Yes.
more of a squeaker in the dark. If we're being quite honest.
I detest everything about that.
not good.
Everything.
It's not a good mental image. I'm glad that image was dark.
Yeah.
Because it's in the dark. Someone save me from that one.
Yeah, I mean, I have lived through being woken up by blood-curdling screams in the night because a gnome that I thought was deceased for like 3 weeks just wakes up and starts screeching because it realizes that parts of it are still intact, including its consciousness. And the thing that's going to keep me up at night now is the terror that I will hear that squeaking from the dark depths of the...
That made it so much worse. Thank you, Lyra. Thank you so very much.
I'm gonna have to get some more half-dead gnomes to like a white noise machine in the Earth realm. The tortured screams will help me sleep and drown out any creepy noises now. So
Now selling the newest sound sensation, the screams of the damned.
Gnomish screams the damned, which might be quite soothing, really. We assume that just because it screams the damned, they're miserable, but they're known, so maybe it's just actually rather soft, soothing, and cute.
it can be. It's good for meditation. It's good for your REM cycles. I highly recommend it.
Cathartic and metal. We have one more sub chat from JTRW who's paid 5 Sigma say, "Quick attack for Pentacast! Attack any bear will! Rated R." So Pentacast is obligated to attack anyone. Rated R.
Okay.
I assume that means they want you to curse.
What are we rating?
I believe that's a classification for movies.
What the fuck am I
There.
doing? Oh no, I've got.
Was I supposed to be paying attention to that?
No. FISA. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to attack you. Rated R. It stands for restricted, which you should be from interacting with anyone, ever.
I'm not even gonna fucking disagree with that. That's accurate. That's what should happen. That's not what's gonna fucking happen, though. Cause I don't wanna.
Fair enough.
Rated R.
Opal in the chat asked if gnomes feel pain. That has not been proven. There are studies being done on that. There have been no conclusive results yet. But I will let you know if I find out definitively. I mean, the researchers who are licensed to do these things find out definitively.
It's
Yeah,
like
tell
fishing.
me.
It's like when you went fishing and your grandfather told you that when they were skinning the fish alive, it just tickles. Sure. Well, I buy that one, Grandpa.
She's got top men on it, and by top men, she means one man, and that man is a woman, and it's her.
Perhaps.
If you write it down in a book, it's an experiment. That's how it works. I don't make the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's actually entirely true. As long as you're keeping good records, it's science, and everything is justified.
No,
No.
I said writing things down in a book. I didn't say anything about good records. Technically, what I do could be considered a fucking science experiment because I'm keeping a tally.
Okay, still, not all sciences are clearly. Generally speaking, the note should be somewhat legible to the bloodstains, at least.
Yeah, says the guy that runs a whorehouse.
No. I don't run a whorehouse. I am now the chief owner of the brothels in Sorrowful, so again, I run whorehouses. Again, not a pimp, not a madam. I am, if anything, the whoremonger general.
I'm never going to Sarthos. I mean, like, the quality control has to be absolutely garbage on the whores there.
Oh, come on. I bring greater sanitation to everything I do. I mean, I have to keep the trash low when I'm exposed to it so regularly. And
So you just decided to skip over pimp entirely and go to mega pimp?
I'm not going to be a pimp. Pimps are undignified. It's just, no, that's too street level.
Well, it's
it's
what
fancy
you've
for
done.
pimp.
Yeah.
It's a
You're just
pimp
trying
with an
to-
office.
Yeah, he's an office pimp. That
Yeah.
sounds horrible.
Yeah, street implies cool and hip and socially adept. So yeah,
No. Anyone who's socially adept has gotten off the streets because streets are where the poor people.
Also,
They also have a lot of charisma, you know.
yeah.
yeah.
Look, we'll just move on. Do we have Streamlabs?
Yes, we do. All right. Niska, 26 minutes ago, Niska donated 100 Signas. Everyone's special attack unlocked, and special hugs for my Quarter War Goddess, and hugs to Lyra.
Oh,
I can give you that on her behalf if you want. Come here.
I was going to say, can we exchange hugs in a tangible manner with no quote? I mean, what?
I don't know about tangible. I don't even know why I'm doing this.
The
Okay.
thought. It's the thought. It's the intention that counts.
Intention counts. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't
And if I
you-
don't say my intentions out loud, nobody can press charges.
Shouldn't you hold
Hey,
back this efforts of being huggy for when you're trying to kill everyone? Because, I mean, I should have lost health from that. Hello. No.
You're literally also not my boss. Anyway, Brian donated 25 Signas. Lyra, smite the one who defaced your picture on the thumbnail. Just for good measure, kill the rest while you're at it. So that's 2 activations for the elf and 1 for everybody else.
Oh,
Fair enough.
well.
My
Thank
notes
you.
to be kept, and I shall remind you because it's on my watch.
I wanted to bring that up. Notes. You were talking about notes with Lyra. Your notes. I just
Pfizer.
assume it's a bunch. Or
Pfizer was
it's-
pretending they can use science.
No, wasn't it Lyra that had the?
No, I'm the one making notes. I see
About
how you're
the gnomes.
confused, and I'm only moderately.
The testing of the gnomes and the science.
So you can't tell Pfizer
That's-
and Lyra apart.
Who?
I definitely do write everything down because it is purely for the sake of research,
It's
and
not just
I don't
stick
just
figures.
point and laugh.
You're
No.
telling me it's more than stick figures?
Yes.
Oh.
I have a body tally. With
You don't need to
methods.
hear about your love life. That's not in the charter.
It's a body tally, not body count. Though I guess that still works.
Statistics. That's
Tally.
a science.
This is just. You realize
That's in
this
a
is,
separate book.
you don't get them tattooed. Check marks,
Why would I be
numerals.
ashamed of being able to? Never mind. You don't get it, Whoremonger General.
So, does it take up an entire wagon, or you can make it with just half the?
It's like one book. I haven't filled the book yet, but it's a really thick book.
What are you filling the book with? What?
Pretty much everything.
Who draws stick figures then? Someone does.
You know the elf's
Magog.
going to steal it now, right? Went
Stick
straight into the fanfics.
That's not real.
It's
And nobody does that. Nobody does that. That would be creepy and
Well,
inappropriate.
I know I'm hung up on this, but I know someone in this group of people draws stick figures. I just can't remember who. And you're saying it was Magog. It
Yeah,
sounds-
with tiggle bitties, like huge boobs.
Okay.
But that's just how he shows love, you see. He loves Alistair. Very pure. And the fact that I actually skipped that he's actually willing to sleep. So strictly speaking, it's a chase love.
Yeah.
No.
It seems like it might be mutual, just a little bit.
Fair enough. I've run out of questions. Never mind. I'll just...
Now, the only other source of drawn artery, of course, is thief and their boards. You know that there's one of every one of us now?
Also, she drew us on vegetables, but also gourds. Were we talking about boobs, or did the subject change?
I'm pretty sure the thief has at no point drawn any of us on tits. I'm not going to swear to that. I could be wrong. You all get up some pretty freaky shit, so... but as far as I'm aware...
You could try that as like an... I'm just saying, Arcturus, you could try that as like an ad campaign in your whorehouses that you own so many of. I just still don't believe you actually own anything. Like
I don't either. I mean, no, actually, I do believe it, because it's just like Sarthos to have politicians that are completely and utterly underqualified for their jobs.
Precisely.
Good point. Yes.
Yeah, no, I do believe it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Whoremonger General.
Look, it's been a tremendous boon. I'm not going to show any shame for it. I entered the business at the correct level, several levels above anyone who has to actually work in it. And no regrets. Also, look, God might get angry at me for pitching the business, but you should stay out of Sarthos. Anyone who's in Sarthos otherwise, who isn't part of this miserable lot, would do well to visit one of the establishments. I can't say which one, but I own them all, doesn't matter. Just tell them no one sent you.
I have this distinct feeling that you don't offer discounts. I don't know. I just figured you do.
I wouldn't.
Or that you don't.
But I'm not a micromanager, especially when the business is brothels. So long as they give me the notes from containing the shameful secrets of the patrons of note, then I really don't care how they run it, so long as they're not offending me in their vileness. Even that stops once the door is shut, unless, of course, it's proper blackmail material. You have no idea. I wasted years studying the arts. Engineering, study school. You know, I ranted about this too much last time. Never mind, we'll just carry on. Was that it for the Streamlands?
That is it, yes.
Well, very good then. We have another super chat, and we will get to it in a bit, but we're about 50 minutes still to the second hour. Which
Hang
will be,
on.
of course...
Nope, I just can't fucking see. I actually had one more. I apologize. JTRW donated 25 Signas. Activate Pentagast so that he may unleash the most ultimate boob claw. Boob claw?
What are you unleashing?
I don't know. What is a boob claw?
It
sounds like something I'd want to see, but also not want to see all at the same time.
Sounds like a torture device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a really, really weird martial arts move. Boob claw! Honk.
Yeah. Maybe.
You know, I think you're going to have to get yourself a boob claw. The audience expects you to have a boob claw. You need to make a boob claw as soon as you can, Pentagast.
I don't know where I'd start.
I mean, at this point, it doesn't appear that anybody knows what the hell it is. So if you improvised, we would probably be convinced if you...
Maybe if I name one of my hands a boob claw?
Well, apparently it's in your cards for your attacks, Pentagast. You should do some research on that.
I think that's sexual assault.
Although,
yeah,
you need to clarify,
it doesn't sound like something I want to do.
To claw the boobs, or is it a claw made of boobs? In which case, that could be popular in the brothel.
Or is it a claw for handling boobs?
If it's made of them, it's probably not very effective at anything at all.
This weapon is just getting shittier and shittier.
Well, they have those like hand-shaped things in the Earth realm that they're supposed to be. I've seen them. It was a novelty thing. It was a back. It's meant to scratch your back, but it looks like a little hand. Maybe they make something like that for boots.
Maybe when we were thinking about this the wrong way, we're thinking eagle claw, when we should be thinking more along the lines of lobster claw, in which case it could involve using boobs to crush someone's head, maybe?
What?
Sounds like a niche kink and a way of killing someone.
So, if that was a thing, how much would it cost to have that done to someone that's not me?
Rates do vary. It depends really on the quality of the establishment, as I understand it. The more carpentry and drapes and incense used, generally the higher the price, although not always, because apparently in the upper echelons, some of the nobles are really keen on slumming it, but they still get charged extra because it's extra effort to make it vile and filthy to their expect. Look, I'll send you a price list.
I will pass that along to the
Friend you're
person
asking
who's
for.
not me who wanted to know.
I could probably overlook you entering in the outskirts. It's not going to be one of the high-dollar establishments unless you go to there's a border. Look, we'll discuss this later. No one wants to hear about this. I regret letting myself get distracted at this point. I feel quite dirty.
I'm not done with it yet, so I'm just gonna kill you all right now.
Oh, well, thanks.
Goodbye.
All right, it's now Dia de los Muertos. Get it? I'm dead. Ha!
Just gonna die laughing, relaxing.
My fancy pants!
Damn it, that fucking threw me off. Anyway, welcome to Side Quest. I don't know what the fuck is going on so far, but also, now, from the makers of Boob Claw, Booty Clap. Who's in the chat? Niska, thank you again for the activation. Hopefully it's worth it. And I wanted to just roll back up on the crystal. Hang on. JTRW says, Skooma Dealer Itchy Boob. Taco Stanzia says, it's a Death Claw Gauntlet, but for boobs. And Brian Yoder says, no, a claw made of boobs would definitely have one very effective and pleasant use. Just go like this and slowly smoosh it on your face. Yeah, you know, now I think it's like a therapy item, the boob claw, for when you want to offer comfort, but you also don't want to touch them because they have the plague. If your boobs get itchy, you need a claw. Ooh, a claw for boobs from Skooma Dealer. And Scruffy Knight says maybe some of Hentai Gasp's potion needs human milk. Yeah, I had to think for a moment on whether you meant from a dude or from a chick. Because, I mean, both things are milky. Aniska says, it's always worth it, Fiza. Well, I'm glad you're happy. I'm happy, you're happy, except I'm not happy because they're back. I don't get to talk about boobs no more.
Boob claw.
Clap on the boob claw.
You know, it sounds like it would make some slapping noises that would set one of those things off. Also, the worst part of that last death is that it actually did ruin this pair of fancy pants. I need more fancy pants now because I shouldn't have said that out loud. You didn't need to know that. Now you know. On the bright side, my costume just got a lot better aerated. I feel so much cooler now.
No.
Why are you sharing? Stop sharing.
No.
It felt like it would turn things around for me.
No.
And it did in at least one way. But I'm not turning around now. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm not legally allowed to.
Yeah, it's not really turning around so much as blowing it all open. So.
I feel like the fancy pants were ruined the moment they were donned by you. But
No, they were perfectly functional until then. Just that when I slipped the neck and doubled over, apparently, I think I might have gained some girth since the last time I wore these particular riding leathers. Probably, I blame you all for, of course, making such great noise about me squeaking too much, so I wasn't getting bold enough to wear it in the future. But I needed the fancier pants. I mean, look, I am more visible than ever. The pants must be fancier. I'm trying to meet that demand.
I thought he was talking about pants UK, not pants US. That's how confused I've been this entire damn time.
My tights are intact!
Again, stop sharing.
That's something no one needed to know?
no.
Ever?
No.
Really? Just stop oversharing.
Admittedly, they are a bit strained at the crotch, but, you know, it's the best they could do.
Again, with the oversharing, please, no.
You know, at least if there's menacing squeaking in the darkness of night, you won't be able to see any of these things.
I just heard leather squeaking across one of those inflatable air mattresses from their room.
Oh,
Ugh.
no.
Ugh. It's a horrible sound. Yeah.
Niska, however, is correct. I do need more ruffles. I'm working on that. I can't really get a larger neck ruffle at present, but I could perhaps get some collar ruffles. You know, I think that would better signify my lateral ascent in society.
No, you need cuff ruffs. That's what you need. Cuff ruffs.
Exactly.
Maybe some gold thread embroidery? Rich people do that in Akakesh.
I get the feeling he's not much for gold. He seems to be quite taken with silver.
Who the fuck isn't for gold? It's
Yep,
gold!
I'm fine with gold, but I'm not too picky. Silver's good too. Bit of gold here. Look, the important thing is that I can buy and sell you with it.
Yeah. As long as you buy and sell a bitch. I like it.
Mind you, it has
I
to
don't
convert
know.
to signas first, but it cleanly converts to signas, and that's the important thing. It does seem a bit bizarre, though, to need to...
Yes.
Look, the banking system is terrifying.
You know, to be fair, it is important to figure out what fits your skin tone in particular. Some people look good in gold more than silver. Some people look better in silver than gold. Some people just look atrocious all the time. So I guess in your case it's a moot point, but for everyone else's, future reference.
Gold is my color. My favorite color.
Yeah.
Look, you're a quarter orc. That was to be expected. I mean, orcs are crazy about gold. The whole purity thing, if I remember correctly.
I don't subscribe to any of that. I've been around humans most of my life. I don't know where you get this orcish culture thing. I just really like gold. It pays for things and looks pretty, and silver gives me a rash if I wear it for too long, so...
I just assumed the taint was in your blood itself.
Fuck yourself. Your taint is probably gross.
Well, his pants are open. His taint may be exposed.
Gave me so much grief about my outfit and sharing too much, and then just immediately start fantasizing about my taint.
Why was that so funny? I'm okay.
It's not unfair. I'm laughing because the elf is laughing. I'm not laughing at a joke.
Oh, I'm okay.
Can't take damage for laughing at your own jokes.
And I would feel bad for you, but I accidentally gave you health when you were just supposed to kill everyone else. So, strictly speaking, you are not dead right now through my errors. So, this is probably one you should roll with.
Oh, shit. Well. About to go, what does Magog call it? Natural causes?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a new one because there's nothing natural about any of this, but natural causes. It would be only a little bit funner if he called it suicide.
It's natural causes and context. So NCC. I'm dying of NCC.
Non-consensual coitus?
No, I just explained what the letters were for.
I prefer non-consensual coitus. That's funnier.
I didn't walk through a rape tree grove. Stupid magic thing. Soul bond, whatever. I wasn't listening when I signed the contract, okay?
Yeah, it doesn't really help. I was listening, but I wasn't checking for invisible ink. That was a
invisible.
mistake.
Well, why don't you just die of unnatural causes? All of you.
You know?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Bye.
Yeah,
I just want to be on the floor when I die.
Thank you. I needed a break. Thank you.
Oh. Yeah. Parting gift. He flipped me off. That's good. Oh, hello. How are you all doing? I don't know. I just wanted to get things out of the way and not have things make strange pounding noises in my ears. What's that? Anyway, how's everyone doing? How's chat? How's your world? I haven't been there yet. I want to visit. I worry that my hat might run off and try to get with all the hats in your world. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I worry about it. It's a concern. But there are other things I wish to see in your world. And as soon as I say that, none of them come to mind. They just all ran away like roaches at the sight of, like you pull a box away or a cart away, and the roaches just scurry from sight. That's what just happened to all the thoughts of the things from your world I wanted to see. It's gone. I hate that. It's so frustrating. I'm going to drink more. Anyway, just one. Okay. So, and the other thing, what is it with? I noticed there's people wanting with this yiffing thing. It doesn't sound like a fun thing to do. It sounds like something that would involve cotton balls. I don't know why I think of cotton balls when I think of the word yiffing. I don't know why. It just sounds very fluffy and not sexual in any way. So the fact that I think it's meant to be some sort of sexual thing is really weird. Anyway. Well, welcome back, everyone.
It's because they're furry. It's supposed to sound furry because they're furry. Presumably it's a sound, I can only assume, that results from wet fur slapping against something.
Cotton is a plant. It's not an animal.
I'm quite smoothish.
I can only assume they use actual fur. Probably go out, murder the animals, skin them, stitch them into a crude animal-shaped suit. Look, all I know is that they seem to regularly get in trouble with some of their members doing strange things to actual animals.
I am very hurt that people are likening doing saucy things with me to like chasing a coyote around a parking lot. This is different. I'm not a creature. I'm a person.
Chasing...
It's not the same.
Is this leading up to some horrible discovery that the elf is a lycanthrope?
No.
Chasing a coyote at a parking lot. That sounds like something that would occur at Taco Bell.
That makes it worse.
Like it just does. At like 2 a.m. or something like that.
One of the ones that are open till 4.
Yeah. It just seems. It just seems like something some drunken idiot would do.
Shit gets weird past midnight. Let's just say that.
You can't order the Lyra from Bad Dragon. I'm a person. I don't like You can't yiff me. I'm a
What?
person with dignity and feelings and
I feel like
a lot of rights.
I feel like making the Lyra from Bad Dragon would be an extremely uncomfortable process.
Oh.
Like really uncomfortable.
Like a life-size casting or something like that? Like plaster? Like-
No, whatever floppy unicorn dicks are made out of.
Oh. Yeah. I'm going to be quiet. It's horrifying.
That's actually a good idea, because we're entering the second hour, which means we're about to get into some pillory. But before we do that, it's time to catch up on the Super Chats and Streamlabs. Once again, if you're using Super Chats, I'll be reading it in my deep and perfectly normal masculine voice. Otherwise, it'll be read by Faiza in their deep and perfectly normal masculine voice.
Damn right.
In any case, let's see, where was I? First off, we have a warning. Niska25 is patenting to say, Ark, don't make me buy you 100 health potions just to be everyone's punching bag this season. You know I'll do it, sweetie. Serious note though, everyone looks fantastic. Missed you guys bunches. Well, glad to hear that is that, and look, I'm going to be the punching bag the rest of the season anyway. I know where this is going. I knew where this was going the moment I realized what was actually in the contract.
We love you too, Niska. That makes me feel conflicted because making Arcturus suffer is probably like the top of my list of hobbies at this point, even above like flogging a gnome with another gnome. But that means he's around all the time because he just keeps healing, and then we have to hear him existing, so...
I just had a thought. You should make a cat of 9 gnomes.
Oh!
So you're going to tether them to the handle by their intestines, I presume?
It should work for a time.
You people are geniuses.
You're going to snap off and go flying regularly, but that'll be hilarious.
Yeah, it's still entertaining either way.
Indeed. Moving on, Scruffy Knight has paid 2 signatures to say, 2 elf health for the elf's health.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I am minutely more confused than usual, but that's okay.
And Niska25 has paid another 5 signatures with another warning. Be careful with a big S word on the show, guys. Seen YT censor, remove it. Just FYI, word starts with an S means self-ending, but we would avoid that. So we should probably go through some alternatives. Auto-termination, I think Pfizer was a big proponent of sundowning.
Sundown, yes.
Biting it, kicking the bucket, snuffing one's own candle. Other terms.
Taking matters into their own hands.
David carradining oneself.
Okay.
They made me do that Friday.
That's more specific than you realize.
Can we talk about something
David
else now?
Carradine. That's autoerotic termination.
Yeah.
There we go. Autoerotic turner.
Thank you for your kind warning, Niska. I sure will strive to apply alternative terms in the future, because where there's a will, there's a way to offend someone. Next up, Olasurf. Oh, has donated 5 signatures. Arcturus, here's a little health for you. Heart emoji thing. Much appreciated. Your shipment's in the mail. And your health is my health. And thank you.
Mikasa health potion is Sukasa health potion.
No,
See.
it's mine. It's mine. You can't have any. I'm not
Oh.
sharing. But that's fine, because you will get your own regularly.
I don't really get health potions. Now that I think about it, I don't really get them.
one more before I have to hurriedly relift my fancy pants. Russell Dixon paid 2 sign to say, furry health for elf. Yep!
Mm,
Ugh.
I'm not. That's not. Oh, thank you, but I'm normal. I'm quite smooth, in fact. Can you not see? Smooth. I'm not furry. I don't have a tail. I don't have little pads. I have normal palms. In fact,
You don't think that'd be cute?
The stitching is coming apart at an alarming rate.
Just try to help it along.
My ears are smooth. They're not fuzzy. I don't have little whiskers. I don't have a tail. I'm not a furry. I'm a completely normal person.
I too am a completely normal functioning member of society.
Uh-huh.
Bitch, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Oh. Everyone's in trouble.
So, is that all that remains of Senior Eggplant?
No, he's on vacation.
See?
You know, next time you encounter the thief, you should probably ask the thief to make a gourd Senior Eggplant. After all, they were a member of the cast, sort of.
He still is. He is still a side character. He is on vacation, and he's very happy there. And any thingies that may or may not look like unmarked graves in the forest have nothing to do with where he is presently.
Right. Right. She's got a vegetable graveyard. Anyway, wouldn't that just be a compost bin?
Yeah, I think they call it a compost heap, actually.
Yeah, the compost heap. There's some Streamlabs.
By all means.
Huh?
Carry on.
Anyway. I'm really confused by this one because it says Pentagast donated 25 Signas and said, get it done. What would that be referring to, Pentagast?
What? It's from me?
That I read the name a great many times. And yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm as confused as you are.
Get it done.
So,
Am I trying to tell... Did I send myself a reminder on the show?
With 25
on
Signas.
Meeting? Really?
Yes, apparently.
I mean,
has the hat disappeared anywhere recently? Did the hat do this?
am I the hat or...
If so, hat, you screwed up. He already has 2 special attacks.
Yeah, but now I don't know. Like, am I Pentagast or is the hat Pentagast? Or...
Maybe you're both Pentagast. Maybe it's like one of those Earthrealm jellyfish that's a bunch of little things that make up the whole thing. Both of you together make up Pentagast.
It's like a symbiotic thing or something?
Yeah, you're hybridity. I'm guessing one of you is actually Gast and the other one's actually Penta.
Someone's going to have to...
Right.
I don't know where this... I don't know what to do now.
I have no idea what to do with the Signas that were just donated.
I'm going to drink more. Someone else.
I thank you for the Signas.
Yes, thank you.
Pentagast. For no reason. I'm confused. I'm gonna move on. Brian donated 40 Signas, 10 health each for everyone to forget about. Especially me.
Bon, could you repeat that one again?
10 health each for everyone to forget about.
I won't forget about it. I never forget about anything. Thank you. I don't have any super attacks, do I?
Yes,
You
you
do.
do. You've already been loaded for 2 shots.
Oh.
Yeah, you have 2 super attacks. So you could have
Okay.
2 minutes of silence anytime you want.
That is tempting.
But not for free. You're going to actually make us die to, to claim 2 minutes of silence while we just wait for you to think of what you're going to say to get 2 minutes of silence. So just remember, we can't have 2 minutes of silence. Otherwise, it's going to have to be special.
Oh.
No, no. You're not stealing moments of silence. Again, you're going to have to use the special attack if you're going to go for 2 minutes of silence.
Okay.
See, there you go again. No. Is that with the Streamlabs?
Oh.
That's it for the Streamlabs, yeah.
Okay then. As for crap, you're supposed to activate attacks immediately if you're. Look, Pentagast, I think you should just do $25 worth of signals of attacks against whoever the hell else. Just pick a target and slam away until you've done it 5 times. I'm sure you used to just slamming away.
That was a poetic choice of words.
You accuse me of writing the fan fiction?
I just know you're going to use it. I'm not trying to help. It just keeps slipping out and falling on the ground. No! Pentagast attacks!
What am I? What? What are you?
I was
You
enjoying
paid
it
yourself
so-
25 signas to get it done, and it didn't mention health, so it must be attacks, but you already have 2 special attacks, so you're going to have
Well,
to
I
attack
didn't do
everyone.
it. I didn't do anything.
You should have thought about that before you did it.
Someone is impersonating me. I'm being manipulated.
Or
Right.
are you impersonating Pentagast?
We have a imposter, I would say, called the fraud department, except this is Voth, and we don't have a fucking fraud department. We also don't have OSHA or HR.
Look, Pentagast, you paid good money to make this happen. Make it get it done.
What? Fine. Ark, 2 attacks at you. You're stupid. 2 more attacks at Fiza. You're nasty. And
Indeed.
Lyra, 1 attack at you. You're smart.
What?
There's 5 attacks in 3. Sorry. I can't come up with 5. I don't want to.
Yeah, heal me, please.
There. I don't think anyone died either, so that's good.
I'm
Can I be healed too? I'm really confused.
You're confused.
Yes.
I don't know who I am, and someone else impersonated me who doesn't know who they are and tried to make me do things. It's enough to make someone go mad if they hadn't already.
Yeah.
Maybe it was your hat. Maybe your hat donated on your
Why
behalf.
would it-
see
We should check the coin purse.
That's a good point. But
that was my expectation as well, but the hat never left his head for once. So, is it developing new powers?
Ooh,
No.
Maybe it's like sneaking a shadow down his back, like, and like tapping the runes like a little
well, the weird thing
shadow
is,
puppet, slimy
this whole-
tongue thing.
this whole time that I've had since the hat's been backed, it's just making this purring sound, like a kitten. I don't
Aw.
really know what that means.
I like that.
Well, it worries me because I don't know what that means since it's sitting on my head.
Well, it's probably not a threat.
I mean,
So,
I mean,
hold
I
on.
I felt a little under the weather though, so maybe it's stealing my life essence. I don't know.
Oh, Lippy has a suggestion. Maybe the hat sprouts Pentagasts out, and when they mature, they run away. So Pentagast without the hat is the previous Pentagast, and now that hat is back, and it's a new Pentagast.
I don't.
Wait, what happened? Something happened to our tourism.
it's fine. Everything's fine. Oh.
What did he find? What happened?
Everything's fine.
This is such a.
Sorry, y'all. Something's happening off camera.
I don't know. I'm just.
I don't want to talk about it.
You'll talk about your pants being ripped open, but you won't talk about this.
Right.
That's far less disgusting. Far, far less disgusting.
Is it? We don't know. He didn't say.
I mean, I don't know.
And you're not going to. I don't want to have seen it. And I'd love to inflict it upon you, but require me touching that hat ever again. I'm burning that. I'm not gonna have little hatlings scurrying about in here.
What?
Are we married to the Hatlings thing? Now, do they levitate? Or do they sprout like little fucking crab legs and like skim across the floor like a horrible cockroach?
What has it done? What have you done? I don't.
What
Hat
have
sex.
you done?
I didn't do anything.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the hat.
Oh well.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I hope Pentagast is a very loving grandfather.
I mean,
Look, I'm going to check the stream.
I never
Just
really
make sure we're
wanted
caught up.
kids.
And then we're going to move on to the pillory. You remember how that works, right? Do you remind anyone how it's very simple. It's not really a game. No one even takes damage for being wrong. But do you remember how it works? Do you?
If we don't answer, will you tell us anyway?
Yes, because silence is not allowed for free. You're going to have to use special attacks for that. And look, basically, I'm going to throw up a depiction of a mugshot. I had artists hard at work all week on this, just for your enjoyment, and then we all try to guess what the hell they did, and then we find out what they did, and try to pretend that they were somehow worse than us.
Artists in their off time, is that like in the downtime when they're not in the brothels? That's what you call your employees, artists?
Look, as foremost artist, sculptor, I have apprentices, and they need to be kept busy, because otherwise, artists, they get into things. Ooh,
I just think this whole like whorehouse
brothel
thing
adult
is-
daycare.
Yeah, you're trying to like branch out into other areas, like careers. It's very efficient, but
The
How do you
sentence
get-
adult daycare makes me feel really
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
that doesn't. No. Yeah.
I don't know why. It just seems wrong. Also, isn't that an asylum? That's basically what an asylum is.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm glad I have health. Oh, I'm okay. That was funny. Why is anybody laughing?
What are you?
I'm okay.
Okay.
What's
Fine.
sad is that wasn't intended as a joke, just an
No.
insight.
Oh.
So you're just really keen on the idea of adult daycare there.
No.
The elf. The elf. This is clearly a dear concept to the elf.
You know how they say that you laugh because it's true or you can relate? That's not true. I'm not laughing because
You're laughing because you can't relate and has nothing.
I'm really sane and have never been dumped off at strange facilities that I couldn't leave without somebody else signing a note on my guardians.
No, it's because, like, elf, like me, you are a perfectly sane and functioning member of society who would never harm anybody at all. We also don't have parole officers.
Correct. To both.
Yeah, we're fine. Everything's fine.
Everything.
Everything.
Well, no, everything's terribly, horribly wrong, but it's serviceable, it carries on anyway, and that's all anyone really cares about. One super chat to handle before we get buried in attempting to get through pillories before You know what? I'm just going to kill you all instead. That will really simplify things. If you could just all kindly die.
I'm out of ways to kill myself, so I'm just gonna go for the whole thing with the not oxygen again. Too jingly.
I appreciate the elf has committed to Carradine. Well, let's see. We have one super chat I want to get out of the way. Scruffy Knight, who paid to sing to say, "Thought you made your own. Have 2 health, Pentacast." I'll be sure to let them know they got health when they're no longer dead. I hope you've been enjoying the show so far. It's been a wild ride as of late. Certainly, the dungeons have never been roomier in my case. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I do appreciate your feedback and, endless criticisms and laser-like focus on my every single error, because I love that sort of thing. It just really helps me keep my A game. Greetings, Niska. Again, see who was the clinking tyrant. I keep missing you, but it won't last forever. Still kind of pissed about that. I mean, it was the one chance to get over there, really get in some kills. That's not important, and I understand the stream was even taken down, recording lost forever, like tears in the rain. Oh, they'll be back any second now. Next up, we'll be looking at some of the degenerates from your world, so to distract from the degenerates you're seeing in ours. Here they go, coming back to life again. Yay.
Oh, that was easier the second time.
It does get easier to do from time to time. Sometimes some of them are really painful, some of them aren't.
Yeah.
I just hate it. It seems like my time in the void is getting longer every time that happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of starting to worry me a little bit. It's really cold, and I was all alone.
I've dispensed the fancy pants. I'm down to my tights, but don't worry, you're not going to see anything exciting. Terribly.
I want to go back to the void.
You're going to have to beg your peers for that one. I'm out of special attacks. Look, let's just move past this point instead. Take a look at some charming pictures.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now.
What did this charming person do? In fact, who is responsible for this gentleman? For I surely have never seen this individual before, or had them prior.
Why do they have the mark of the Florida man on their face?
Because they clearly feel very deeply about their homeland and got in trouble for loving it too much. That's my guess. That's my guess.
It's a little bit too much. This is I found him. I found the Florida man, and you would be asking yourself, what is this clear, like, amazing denizen of the great state of America's dick do for transportation? He doesn't own a car. He doesn't ride a freaking alligator. What do you think he does?
I
had to give you
a car. He said doesn't own transportation of any sort.
Professional can collector.
Elf?
Feel free to abuse secret knowledge.
No, I just I'm just having this intrusive thought that he might have gotten in trouble at some point for accidentally transporting meth or something because it was just like stuck in the pockmarks on his face and he didn't know it.
Okay.
That's not necessarily on task per se, but I can't. It's just.
I can 100% see how you would think that that's what he did.
I mean.
But you're wrong.
Okay, well.
By now, most people have heard about the Florida Man joke. It seems every headline featuring the world's Florida Man will be followed by an incredibly bizarre phrase. This is no exception. One Florida man, however, didn't let the jokes about his home state diminish his pride. Matthew Latham, who has very prominent tattoo of the Florida state outline on his face, was charged on Sunday morning in Pasco County for misuse of the 911 system and possession of marijuana. According to court records, the 22-year-old, sorry, I gotta get that right for some reason, had called 911 twice in order to find a ride home and swore repeatedly at the operator while doing so. Yes. Florida, everybody. Using 911 as a taxi.
Well, look, there's no reason to assume that they had a home other than jail. So technically, that's how you get there. How you get back the way home.
At least he's utilizing his tax dollars. More than most, I would imagine.
Oh, indeed, yeah. He's really making up for people who haven't properly cashed in on their tax money.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how to feel about that whole thing at all.
I mean, let's be honest. He's mostly here for the dick-shaped state being tattooed on his head. Like he's here mostly for the mugshot. There's some people that are here for what they did, and other people that are clearly here for the mugshot. This is a for the mugshot situation.
Indeed, some of these are absolute works of art. Not this one, though. Who knows about this one?
That's me again. Hold on.
Just
Well,
I was gonna say.
Because it could be that maybe I was sent the exact same mugshot by two or more individuals, and you might want to, I don't know, share some of the screen space.
That would be interesting. It would be a really bizarre coincidence if I also knew what this individual did.
What a bizarre coincidence that would be.
I don't know, but I'd like to guess. Just looking at that man had a violent argument with someone's mailbox.
You know, that's a good guess, Pentagast, and you and I are the only two individuals who don't have the slightest clue what this man has actually done. I think he could have, in fact, not gotten in a fight with a mailbox, though I'm going to guess he sexually molested it in some disgusting fashion that left it quite sticky on the inside, like my hat, after your hat apparently got its claws on it, and
maybe they were boob claws.
You're disturbingly getting in the ballpark.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let the elf take this one though, since I know what happened. We sent the same picture. So
great minds or something.
Great minds think about this, apparently.
I mean, what is the phrase? I don't remember. Anyway, so this lovely specimen of Earth Realm culture. What happened here is man who posed as special needs patient so home nurses would change his diapers, sentenced for perverse deception. So
this guy's here for what he did.
Yeah. Rutledge Deus the Fourth pretended to be disabled and received sexual gratification from having his caretakers change his diapers. He was sentenced to probation A judge sentenced Rutledge Diaz IV on Monday to 5 years of probation and 400 hours of community service, in addition to having to maintain employment, attend counseling via the internet, and refrain from using social media. The sentencing comes after he pleaded guilty.
Okay, so I have a few questions regarding this one, and I think I've seen this shown before as well. Is this really cheaper than just hiring a prostitute the same trick? And if it is, shouldn't that tell you something about the inadequate compensation of healthcare workers? And if it's more expensive than hiring a hooker, I have to wonder, why didn't you just do that?
That's a good question, because he was charged with 10 counts of sexual battery and 10 counts of human trafficking, as in labor. So.
Wait, human trafficking? And that means he's like kidnapping health workers or perhaps smuggling into the country to change his diapers. That doesn't sound like it'd be cheaper. Side business?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he was deceiving people into giving him sexual gratification, which he paid them for, and they were not particularly in on. So
Like,
that's kind of a creative charge.
Yeah, sexual molestation by misdirection.
Yeah, I have to say, I just want to somebody who was tricked into this was interviewed and gave this quote for the article. I used to believe that almost everyone in the world was inherently good. In this case, I was wrong.
I don't know why you thought that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a very plausible expectation. Everyone basically, no. Being crappy is very mediocre. In any case, next gentleman here, this one is once again, as far as I understand it, although they do look familiar, their mugshot made for a wonderful piece of art. They apparently also believe in the concept of just marking your face to stress what a colossal idiot you are, so everyone you meet has no excuse when you really shit the bed. I mean, they can always say, "What did you expect? Just look at me."
Also, one signature, whoever fucking guesses where he's from.
I'm guessing he stabbed a mailbox.
I think he's from far up north.
What do you think he did?
Clearly Canadian.
I think he's Canadian, and I think he tried to assault Rudolph to take his place.
I think maybe he chased a reindeer around a Taco Bell parking lot with amorous intentions. That's my guess.
Yeah, I don't think they have coyotes up there.
He slaughtered all the reindeer in a Santa's grotto to avenge Rudolph for all the other reindeer who wouldn't play games.
Slashing's involved.
What?
Well, that's not a good
Slashing
sign.
with this knife on the face?
It's a machete, specifically. So here, Florida man.
It's a bit stubby
Of
for a machete,
course.
isn't it?
Yeah, Florida man with machete tattoo is accused of violent attack with actual machete.
Oh,
Yeah,
a
he's
little
here
on
for
the
the
nose. Not
It's-
everybody's into subverting expectations, though, so
No,
that's
no.
okay. You know,
God damn it.
sometimes you just got to be true to yourself and your passions.
I mean, this is truly a man that knows really exactly what he wants in life, and that's hacking people with a machete.
Yes.
I have to control myself. I'm taking damage for that. The on the nose thing got me. I'm sorry. It wasn't even. It just
Okay,
killed me.
here. On the face of it, things aren't looking good for one Florida man. No, I didn't add that.
Okay.
Justin
Honestly, I don't
Couch.
think they should make the terrible puns for us. It's too easy.
Uh-huh.
It didn't make. Justin Couch, a man with a tattoo of a machete prominently featured on his face, stands accused of using an actual machete to violently attack another man Saturday night in Spring Hill, Florida. The face-off between the two men allegedly occurred. Blah, nobody cares. 10 p.m. on a Saturday, possibly in a Taco Bell parking lot, after the two men had been home, several people were having a gathering. Whoop whoop fam. That one I added.
That's fair.
The victim told the authorities he had to return to a home where he lives to take a shower, and Couch began to argue with him for no reason. I believe that.
Conversely, if you get macheted by the guy with machete on his face, should that really be punishable? And you have to know where this is going.
I mean, he does announce his passion. It's not so much on his sleeves. He wears his heart on his face.
Under the eye, like he got punched by a machete that left it. They don't have mercenaries like this. This could be a calling card if he was a sellsword here, but this is just ensuring he'll never get adequate employment there, even as a machete-based assassin or mercenary.
You know, in a way, it's almost kind of considerate of him to just advertise what his plans are for you. At least you know kind of how you are going to be assaulted if anything goes horribly awry. That's kind of a nice thing to do.
I suppose it is a bit curious. This gentleman is wearing his crime on his face, but it's not a very clear sign. This is one of mine, so I shouldn't guess. I know. What did this charming gentleman do?
I don't know.
I think he tried to kidnap a zoo animal in the back of a Vulcan Volkswagen or some shit.
I think he gave people pink eye intentionally, like a pink eye spree, like he crop dusted through a facility of people with open eyeballs or something.
You know, so far, Elf, you are the closest. I'm pretty sure some eyes were irritated after this one.
I hate that. I don't want to be right.
Don't know.
I don't want you to be right either.
No.
And now I know too much. I don't think I want to guess. Because I don't have any idea.
I assure you, it's both more and less mundane.
Oh.
We literally tried to get gouge people's eyes out with a spoon? Or like a melon baller?
Florida man sprays, and once again, Florida man sprays neighbor with bug spray, hits himself in head with nunchucks. Presumably not intentionally on the second half. Yes. Daytona Beach, a Florida man was arrested after spraying his neighbors with bug spray, irritating the eyes, surely. I mean, if got any in there, it's got to sting at least a little. And swinging nunchucks at them before accidentally hitting himself in the head with a weapon. I think I can hear Shadowversity laughing from here. According to police, 61-year-old Larry Adams was complaining about his neighbors' loud music in their Daytona apartment complex. Adams sprayed 4 of the neighbors with bug spray, swung his nunchucks at them, and hit himself. He was charged with aggravated assault and battery with a deadly weapon. Does it really count when the only one you succeed in hitting is yourself?
Yeah, did he file the charges?
Deadly weapon? It's not even actually a stick.
And Shadowversity made the case for it. A stick is objectively deadlier.
It'd be better for me to just hit them with a tree branch.
See, this is another example of intention mattering a lot. Because if they had just had a bunch of bugs in their eyeballs or something, you know, I don't think there would have been a problem here. But it was because they were being a nuisance, and the bug spray was hideously misused.
Yeah, strictly speaking, if they just let the bug spray out, it would have been sheer hilarity. I mean, he should have been allowed to run up and down the street hitting himself in the head with the nunchucks if he wanted. It's a thing that should be perfectly viable in a free society. Oh, and this gentleman, what's coming to your minds here? It's another Florida man.
I know what he did. He went to a college protest under the guise of being an ally so that he could sniff women's hair.
I think he did something similar, but it wasn't to sniff women's hair. It was to try and collect it to put on his own head.
I was going to say something alarmingly similar to that, except it had to do with poodles, because that's kind of what he looks like, and the hair he acquired without permission was that of a dog or several dogs. I'm not sure.
Well, I shall remove concern whilst reminding those of you with special attacks that you probably should use those in the next 29 minutes or so. Florida pensioners expect to spend 2 years behind bars after he was charged for castrating a man he met on a eunuch fetish website.
Holy shit.
Oh.
I was wrong.
Oh no, oh wow. We were I mean, I was in the ballpark with the sex pest, but I was all the way over the foul line.
I was in the ballpark with things being cut, but they were not little fluffs off of a dog that didn't need them anymore.
See,
Honestly, it worries me.
Honestly, I believe people should be allowed to get completely ridiculous and potentially lethal elective surgeries from anyone who's willing to do the job. I'm not sure this man should be in jail, although I have to say, what a bizarre fetish indeed. Gary Vrunzruk, 76, performed the botched procedure on a 50-year-old male back in August of 2019 after they connected on eunuch.com.
Of course that's a thing! Of course it is! Why are we invading their world again? Please remind me.
That's not how that works. Like, if you sign up for that website and you're not one, I feel like that's lying. That would be like a Chuck E. Cheese signing up on hotels.com. Where am I going with this metaphor?
I was quiet.
Apparently, his subject really wanted to correct that and be a more honest and individual. The man who has not been publicly identified, I can't imagine why they would want to avoid being identified, had to be airlifted to Tampa General Hospital's trauma unit after the 3-hour-long operation left him bleeding uncontrollably from the groin. It turns out that when you just hire a random person to cut bits off of you, things can go wrong.
Is it really like assault or anything like that if they agreed to it? Do you sign a release form for that unofficial basement surgery? I don't think so. Probably not. I don't think you would sign a fucking release form for unofficial basement surgery.
I don't know.
You think at least he should get some sort of written proof that this guy waived all common sense and legal rights. He should have requested. In any case, on Thursday, Vrunzruk pleaded no contest to unlicensed practice of a healthcare profession resulting in serious bodily injury. Documents obtained by DailyMail.com show. He had previously pleaded not guilty to the charges, but I guess that was going to be a hard sell, having clearly done the job.
Well,
I hope the other guy didn't breathe. I'm really hoping he just took himself out of the equation with this one. Honestly, if he agreed to it.
Presumably he was trying to, and surely... Look, in order for the problem to be excessive bleeding, it means that the procedure had to be more or less completed, so I'm guessing the unidentified individual got their wish.
Well, I wish you were all... What were you going to say, Pentagast?
You all look like you need to give yourselves a break.
Yeah.
Your courtesy backfired, Elf.
Go to sleep now.
Oh, I shouldn't have let you talk. Fiddlesticks.
That was a mistake on your part, yes.
She's being all nice and you're just being a giant butthole.
What's with everyone flipping me off when they die?
You feel ashamed, Pendergast?
Fine. Yeah, just Why does everyone keep flipping me off? It's so weird. Anyway, so I had a thought about before I forgot about all the things I wanted to see in your world. I actually am very interested in going to the where you people make all of your fizzy drinks. I want to go there. I want to see if I can, use some of that complex machinery to maybe figure out a way to mass produce this. With what I have, I can only make so much at a time. It's hard to replicate. I'm thinking that somewhere in your world, I have a way to mass produce it, make much, much more of it. That way I could share it all with, I could share it with everyone else. Well, for a price, but of course, you understand what I'm saying. But, no, you probably don't know what I'm saying, but that's okay, because I am so confused as to what I am hearing. But, what was I going to say now? Yeah, I'm sorry that I interrupted the Florida Man. It seems everyone likes Florida Man, and that last one about the eunuch thing, that's just horrible, and I don't understand why people want to do such things to themselves. Yeah, soda machines, fast food places, Niska. Like, I'm thinking, I want to go to bigger places than what is that? Pepsi, Coca-Cola. Well, I want to go take over their operations. That's what I want. It could be a good boon. I might be able to mass produce health potions and help everyone feel better or healthier or live longer. I don't know. I don't know what health potions from our world going into yours. I don't know what they do. Would it heal you? Would it not heal you? Would it kill you? Would it make you immortal? I don't know. It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thought. That's why I want to get over there. I want to see if I can.
Okay, we've been indulging you too long already. Look,
back.
The elf should probably inflict pain or something because they got two left. Four full minutes coming up. But before they say anything further, we had a super chat on the restaurant. Thanks all for the show tonight. Just back from the hospital. Elf, attack anyone you want. Flap away. Mad Matt said so. Sorry, we need to get that in before time ran out. Elf, you need to flap at someone.
I need to flap at someone?
You have to flap at someone.
Okay, so I get to flap at someone just as the insult to injury, the injury being me murdering everyone. Oh god, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Who shall I flap at? Does it really matter? Pentagast, I'm never mean to you.
Fine.
So,
Good.
So there.
Fine. Very well. That was not pleasant. I don't like it.
Okay, good. That was kind of.
You really deserve it. I mean, they actually gave you time to speak, and you used it to completely steal their kill time.
And then you interrupted me while I was trying to finish up with my last bit of a sentence, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, your time was up at that point, so I have no regrets. I'm just enforcing the rules as I've been forced to.
And now, everybody, die, please.
Okay.
Ooh, special attack time.
Very well.
I definitely didn't bother to get off the ground.
Oh.
I'd have been laying here.
I detest that I didn't get to see how he died, but it's okay. Hello everyone. Oh, this has been a weird one. I feel strange. I'm sweaty, obviously. I kind of smell like onions. Some strange, sort of like fresh Mediterranean style salad thing with a vinaigrette. It's just kind of that whole Anyway, hi Niska. Hi, Peterbilt. Hello. I just feel kind of demoralized and uncomfortable, and I don't know. I still have this thing. I don't know why. I don't know who put an end to this gnome. Probably in some kind of like turf war that he had nothing to do with. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But looking at him makes me happy. So I might end up looking at him a lot to make myself feel better after this is over. Hi, Miss Steam. Miss Steam makes me tingly. Not in the bad way, not in like the armpit onion way. Hi, Spawn Freak. Hi, everybody's saying I have fangs? I just have my normal teeth. There's nothing new about them. They've always been here. I'm usually in lower lighting because I hate existing, and if I can't see myself existing, then I can pretend I'm not nearly as much.
Okay, that's enough free awkward cuteness at great length. Please stop tickling the elf chat. It's very disturbing and really just lowers the bar. You shall be trying to raise the bar like this. I think that's a Florida. I really can't tell anymore, but this one's quick. They set a new record on something. Can anyone guess what?
The number of people they hit in the head try and make the side of their head as stupid and flat as his.
Figured if hits the head were taken.
You're saying they set a record, right?
Apparently a record, yes.
Was it for regrowing their facial hair? Like they had no mustache on that. They thought really hard, just mustache, eyebrows, hair. I don't know how it's a crime, but
record number of chickens ejaculated into a 30-minute period. I don't like my brain.
I'm not too fond of it either, but boy, you really you put Pendergast in some pain with that one, and
I'm guessing.
I consider it. It's a win. You done good, Elf. You done good.
Oh, don't say that. Ugh.
Just bad to them, which is good to me. Look, the drunken Nathan Denzuka, 28, recently pleaded guilty to DUI, and his blood alcohol content was measured at more than 9 times the legal limit, apparently a U.S. record. He's been sentenced to 13 months in prison for his inebriated antics. It was the second time he'd busted, having been busted for drunk driving previously, and he has had his driver's license suspended seemingly for life. So, strictly speaking, at a blood alcohol level of 0.778, if someone had lit a match near him, he should have exploded.
Stupid alcoholic ruins. Stupid alcoholic ends up in the Guinness Book of World Records for the dumbest reason.
Yeah, that is that puts me to shame.
Why are you in the Guinness Book of World Records?
Oh, I'm not. I just drink a lot. I hate my life.
I have a question about that blood alcohol level. Can someone actually reach 1? Is that possible?
Look, I believe that's what they call an SCP file. The man whose blood is just purely replaced with alcohol. I think it was something about eggnog. Look, that's not important. The important thing is that this is not Florida man. This is Portland man. So. 125 miles southeast of Portland. This was in Madras. So Oregon man.
Yeah.
Trying to replace Florida, I see.
He was trying to replace his blood with alcohol.
He came pretty close. The legal limit is apparently 0.08. Again, his was 0.778. It's amazing he was able to actually get into a car successfully, really.
Yeah.
At that level, you're practically pouring yourself in, I would think.
Yeah.
I was... This is,
Uh-huh.
I'm glad you're enjoying this picture. It is a work of art because you're whatever you guess this man did, it will be insanely absurd. You'll be wrong, but the truth will fit it perfectly.
Is it stealing the souls of small puppies?
Not as small puppies, but certainly.
Wait, what part of that did I get right?
Yeah, hold on.
Something innocent was rendered a bit less innocent.
I don't like that.
Where this is going?
So, did anyone? So puppies being
He tried
traumatized.
Tried to wear a pug? I don't know. He tried to hide his form with his actual form, which he tried to wear a pug. That's the only thing I could think of. His face reminds me of a pug's. I don't know why. It's funny.
He held a sex education course for several gerbils without signed permission slips from their owners.
Okay, the elf needs to kill us all to make good on their attack, so I'll hurry through this and give them time to contemplate the horror of this in silence. August 4th, a home inspector charged with forcing himself on a Tickle Me Elmo doll.
What?
Wants a judge to quash what police say are verbal and written confessions to the creepy crime, which allegedly occurred in the nursery of a Michigan residence. Records show.
Oh, that's so much worse!
He confessed.
It's actually someone's home. He just like take it off the fucking shelf at Target.
He confessed to it.
What?
He confessed. And
He wrote that with words on a paper.
lawyers for Kevin Van Loven. Van Loven.
No.
59
No, that's not real.
have asked a circuit court judge to suppress their client's statements, which came after cops were summoned to a suburban Detroit home in March. Prosecutors have opposed the defense motion, which contends that Van Loven was improperly questioned while in police custody.
Oh. Oh. Okay, should you guys like do the thing now so I can process this in silence?
We all need a reboot. Let's do it.
Oh, there I am. That's me. That's how I feel inside right now, actually. All right. Oh, I got to see it that time. Okay. Oh. Okay. Hello again, everyone. This is fine. Everything is fine. Everything's okay. How's everybody feeling about the thing and this, all of the stuffs and the goings on and whatnot today? Oh, scruffy night. I don't know. I don't think I'm enjoying myself. I feel something strange, actually. I don't know, Niska. I'm not sure. I'm discovering that once you reach utter depths of despair, hi Izub, it's like once it's like frostbite. Like when you're freezing to death and you're almost at the end and you feel warm, it's like there's almost some level of mirth and levity in the depths of madness that I have been plunged into by this horror. So I think I'm okay, actually. I'm doing all right.
Here's a good one. Wasp first killed. The first wasp seen in the season should always be killed. By doing so, you secure to yourself good luck and freedom from enemies throughout the year. And I think that's an excellent idea because, well, wasps suck. But if you're allergic, it might kill you first. So, with caution.